Hello and welcome to another progress update. All right, so today in this video I'm going to cover what I did both yesterday and today. I did work on the game yesterday, but I didn't have time to upload a video. Um, all right, so let's see what I did. Um, I could probably delete this. I think. Okay, maybe not. All right, so sorry. So I created this script for the heart pickup that makes it it's mostly just cosmetic. What it does is it makes it so that here I'll just show you. So just hold this on a second. All right, so take a look at that heart right now. It is slowly fluttering down, rotating, and as soon as it hits the ground, it stops moving. But it keeps rotating just like the currency pickup. Whenever a heart spawns, it gets an initial upward push of force. It's kind of there just to make it stand out a bit better. It's mostly just an artistic thing. So yeah, that's one thing that I did today and yesterday and today. It was harder to. I may have overcomplicated it, but I did involve like a sine wave sort of thing that kind of makes it. What I did is I limited the. It's a rigid body, but I limited the fall speed, and I also added a. I also made it so that there's like a sine wave that determines its velocity on the x and z axis, while the yeah, basically it just goes up and then it falls at a reduced rate. And another thing I did is I imported the boss key door from Blender into the engine, and I haven't finished the script yet, but I started making it. I'm basically just what I'm doing for the script is I'm basically copying over everything from the so there's two kinds of doors. There's a door that teleports you from one side to another, and then there's a door that activates a loading sequence. So what I did is I made so when you open a boss door, it's going to load a new level. So what I'm doing is I copied over everything from the loading door script, or not the loading door script, just the objects, and eventually I will yeah, I'll basically copy over all the logic, but instead of using checking like the for regular keys, it checks for boss keys. Actually, now that I think about it right now, I probably don't need a new script. This is probably unnecessary. I could probably just add a variable that says, or like a Boolean variable that says use bot keys, and then it's like false by default. But then for this store, it'll be checked to true. I think I'll actually do that. That makes a lot more sense. I came up with that just now. I don't know. It's so sometimes sometimes like the first idea that pops into my head isn't the best way of doing it, and then I realize like as I talk about it that there's like a way better way of doing it. Yeah, I think what I'll do is I'll just take this script and then add. All right, so this is what I got. There's a bunch of default strings that kind of don't really. Oh yeah, so this is like determines like which entrance to use in the next scene, and this determines which scene to load. This determines which animation for the player to play when the door is like when he opens the door. This is the same thing for when the door is locked. This is the animation string for the actual door itself. This is like just in case I want to call the activate function on an activatable uh, node in the event that the door is locked. This is whether or not the door is locked. This is the ID for the door in the save system. this is whether or not it should use a save system. This is whether or not it should use dungeon keys. So what I'm probably going to do is I'm probably going to add another Boolean variable that's just like this one, except for I'll say use boss key. And oh yeah, actually what I did yesterday is, hold on, let me see if I can find it. Here it is. All right. So I had this script for a long time. What I did is I added in this line, boss key obtained, and it's pretty, that's all. And this, all it does is it makes it so that when you save the data for or when you save the game, the data for that dungeon is going to take into account whether or not the boss key has been obtained. And of course, this will be when you open a chest that has the boss key door. Anyways, that's pretty much everything that I did yesterday and today. Hope that was at least a little bit interesting to watch. Anyways, I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.